Hello and welcome back. So now that bridge, the implant bridge that we designed in a previous video, we are gonna nest it into a disk in order to send it to the mill. For that, we click the icon which says load part. This is the patient. Click on it, select it. By the way, this is the CAM software is Hyperdent, and select it. Again, open. I don't need it to be on this specific disk that I used previously. So what I'm gonna do is open project, go to some previous projects that I had. No. And see if I have a disk, which I don't have a disk already. So after what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna use a new disk. So I'm gonna click on new project. I'm gonna load the part into that new project. It's already telling me that the height is 13 millimeters, the height of the maximum height of the job. So I'm gonna have, if I use zirconia, which gives me like 20% or 25% shrinkage, probably I'm gonna have to use at least a 16 or 18 millimeters disc. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna use an 18 in order to be safe. So I have Argem zirconia. So what I'm gonna do is load the disk, load blank, new, material it's zirconia, color is only one color. I'm gonna stain it 19 by 18 millimeters, 98 by 18. The shrinkage factor that is specific for each disk in this specific one is 1209. Okay. So here we have it. I click on the frame so it's not in the way, and I hide it. Looks pretty good. This green circle around it, for some reason, whenever I leave it on, the mill is very rough in that area. So what I do is click on the green circle, select it, and delete it. And by doing that, the machine is going to give me a very nice and smooth surface. Delete. Now it seems like the software didn't find the margin here. You see, like right here, if you scroll over it, is this is the abutment line, abutment margin line, abutment margin line, and abutment margin line. But for these two specific areas, it didn't find it. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna click on the item. We're gonna click on identify part features, margin lines. I'm gonna leave automatic, and we'll see if I click on it, the software is gonna find it. Click very close to it. Let's see, and voila, the software found it. We'll go to the next area. Scroll in, zoom in. Oh, it found it. One other thing, you want the actual milling direction to being perpendicular to the surface of the abutment. So close out of this, and set milling direction. Cavity, close. Good, good, good. Now see, this portion is out of the disc, so I have to rotate the job so it comes back into the disc. And also here there are no screw channels, so we have to identify them for the software. All you have to do is to click three dots on the inside of the screw channel. Whenever you feel like the insertion direction, like in this case, is not perpendicular to the abutment surface, simply place it in the view with the view direction, right click on the line and go to insertion direction from view direction. Click on it and automatically the software is going to adjust it. All you want to see is not a line, you want to see a point. The same on the other one. Look from the view direction. You see, you can see a small line or a short line. Click on the margin line, right click, and after that insertion direction from the view direction. This tells the software to change the disc in such a way so when the drill goes into the disc, goes perpendicular to the plane of the abutment or the platform of the abutment. The same here. Select it with a left click, then right click on it, insertion direction from the view direction, and you see it changes to a point. The next one is the same. Select it, right click, insertion direction from view direction, and the software changes. That means the drill, whenever it goes to the inside of the coping, to mill the inside of the coping, is going to adjust the position of the disc so you don't have any undercuts. Cool. That's good. Okay, now all we have to do is to place the connectors. Usually I let the software do it by itself, automatic, take all parts into account. We'll see what the software comes up with. And if I don't like something, I'm simply going to change. I think there are a little too many, so I'm going to start deleting some of them. We can want to leave the ones at the end, but the ones that are extra, we can delete them. You select it, and after that you delete. Select, delete, select, right click and delete, and the same for this one. Okay. They're all perpendicular now. Screw holes. All you have to do is select and hit calculate. Okay. We have to wait probably like, I don't know, 5 minutes, maybe 10 sometimes, but this probably is a smaller job. Probably is going to be done in 3 to 5 minutes. We'll come back with, we'll continue the video after it's all calculated to show you how to find out if the machine really is going to mill what it says it's going to mill. Okay, there's a way to find out how the job is going to look after it's milled. Okay, so the job was calculated, but before we send it to the mill, just to make sure that the screw channels are being milled properly, we want to check that. So what you do is click on the actual job, right click and say and look and click on show toolpaths. Okay, and go to model on the right, model approximation. Click on it, right click, appearance, transparent. And this is how the job looks in the disk. But we want to get rid of the yellow stuff in order to see how the job is going to look after it's milled. So there are some light bulbs here. We click on them, and by clicking on them, that disappears. Roughing. We want pretty much to keep only when it says the screw channel. Screw channel will leave it, screw channel leave it, screw channel leave everything. Outer areas, delete. Okay, and here we have it. So as you can see, this is the abutment base that is being milled. This is the screw channel that is being milled. Sometimes, even if the job is calculated, sometimes the screw channels, especially when they are angulated screw channels, are not being milled. The software says it's going to mill, but they don't. The only accurate way to check is to show the toolpaths and to check these yellow channels that they are connected with the base of the coping. Okay, so we are all good. We are ready to mill now. So see you on my next video. Okay, bye bye.